What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me right here at my YouTube channel. This is where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. Movies, video games, comic books, TV shows. And right now I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on episode 18 of the 10th season of The Walking Dead. So this is the second episode of those kind of transitional episodes. So they transition from season 10 to season 11. There's 6 episodes in there that are in that transitional phase. The first one focused on Maggie and Negan. I thought it was really good. This one focused on Daryl and the dog, and I thought it was less good. So it was more than that. But this was, in my mind, unless there's a big revelation in season 11 that ties directly to this episode, I feel like this was the definition of a filler episode. This was the definition of a, here, let me give you something extra episode. This one has so much time jumping in it. Honestly, it's a little difficult to follow. It picks us up shortly after Rick has his accident. Daryl's out in the woods looking for him. He comes across this woman who's living in a cabin by herself. And at first she's hostile towards Daryl, and then and she's got the puppy named Dog, and she eventually lets Daryl leave, and Daryl's camping nearby in the woods, and they have several interactions before they actually begin a relationship together. Their interactions go from tense to friendly to a little more than that, and we learn her history with her. You know, she lost a son. The dog was born the day that her son died, so there's this certain level of connection that she has to this dog, and we learn we get more context on how Daryl feels about Rick. You know, she asks him, "Why are you out here?" And he says, "I lost my brother." Well, he's not talking about Merle. He's talking about Rick. And so that was, like I said, that gives us a little more context as to how he feels about Rick and how he feels about what he's doing out there. But literally, they'll jump months and months and months at a time in this episode. And it's because of that, it becomes not really hard to follow, just a little disjointed. It didn't flow the best. And the episode really kind of felt like it was reaching to tell a 45-minute story here. It was nice seeing interactions between Carol and Daryl. It starts in present time, and then we flash back, and the interactions definitely show that there's still tension there, but there's, you know, their friendship goes beyond any kind of tension or any kind of conflict that they have. So of course that's nice to see. But this episode just really did feel unnecessary right now. You know, I don't know that we needed Dog's backstory. But let me say this. You know what I'm going to say here, right? Now that Dog has a backstory, guess who's not making it out of season 11? That's right, a dog. Dog is, he's going to be short-lived now, I believe. You know, we know his backstory now. We know where he came from, and we know the ties that he has to Daryl and this woman. Dog, your days are numbered. But we don't know what happened to this girl that Daryl had a relationship with. She left. He goes back to the cabin and he leaves her a letter that says, "Find me." So it is possible that this episode will have a payoff in season 11. It's entirely possible, because she could pop up again in season 11. She could come back and find him. And if that happens, then obviously I'll look at this episode a little differently. Right now, I'm kind of looking at it as they're propping Dog up for a heroic dog death, and I just don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I'd rather spend more time with Negan and Maggie. Where's Negan's backstory, right? I want to see Negan's backstory from the comics. That's what I want to see. So, like I said, at this point, it did not feel necessary. It did not feel like a necessary episode. We'll see how it plays out. But guys, if you have AMC Plus, you've already been able to watch this episode. If not, it will premiere tomorrow night on AMC. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this episode. I would love to hear your take on it. I would love to have a conversation with you about it. While you're down there, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put out a lot of content, and I would love for you to stay in the loop on everything that I'm doing. And as always, thank you so much for joining me right here at the LQ Review, where we get to talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.